Hi, students. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. So this video is to former allies, but then we're saying former allies like they were allies. The truth is that Black people do not have allies, and it's something they have known and known peace, because when you know some certain things, you absolutely will have peace of mind, knowing that this person is for you and the other person is not for you, right? So they were never allies. They were putting attitude, and I love the fact that a lot of things changed, and we also saw them in their glory, right? It was all beautiful. They were not even like, they were not, they do not have a lot of energy when Joe Biden was the president. And he's still the president, right? When Kamala Harris was not in the picture, they were all beautiful. They were all okay. And immediately, Kamala Harris came in the picture. Everything went haywire, right? Now it is Palestinians, Asians, and other people. Now Palestinians said Black people are colonizers. Asians decided to do the one they did, thinking that Black people will help them out to save their lives again. Not anymore. They've already set that one out, right? Now, the fact that some people think Black people are their problem is something I do not understand. If anything happens, for those that say we are voting for this person because we feel like he might do better for us, and you know what? Let's get into this.
Well, hello there, former allies of the Black community. It's so funny to me how you non-Black allies turned on the Democratic Party, turned on the idea of vote blue no matter who, when Joe Biden stepped away from running for presidential office and endorsed Vice President Harris. It's funny that y'all are now trying to call Kamala a cop when she never was a cop. She was an attorney general who fought against human trafficking, drug smuggling, focused on trying to pass legislation that would open up the transparency of the criminal justice system by making those records public. She policed cops. She was not a cop. So let's stop that misinformation right now. Y'all had no problem with Biden except that he was old. She also focused on civil rights. Remember civil rights? That whole thing y'all built your platform off of during the Black Lives Matter movement? Built your platform off of Black trauma, remember that? Biden was the one who supported the 1994 crime bill that was detrimental to Black people. He's the one that didn't want to desegregate buses. Calling her a fucking cop is disrespectful to her political history. She didn't put all those Black men in jail. That was a fucking false statement. But y'all are so ready to vote for Trump now. I thought y'all were allies to the Native American community when it was the Biden administration who passed legislation to stop oil companies from going through tribal lands without permission, to uphold those treaties. And it was Trump who would make Native American workers in his casino leave the top floor when he had his white friends come. It's Trump who wants to deregulate these oil companies and who allowed them to lay pipe through tribal lands. Oh, she's pro-genocide. What the fuck is Trump? Because not only does he support Israel, when it was Trump who was trying to put in hotels in Israel, it was Trump's son under investigation for shady deals with Israelis. But y'all want to talk about Kamala? Y'all had no problem when the old, decrepit, racist white man was standing there saying he was running for another 4 years. But when he stepped back and supported a Black woman, y'all found every reason not to vote for her. Palestinians, after Black people stood with you, which I was against, because y'all are racist to Afro-Palestinians in Palestine, because y'all always hijack our movements, but y'all now have turned on us and called Black people pro-genocide for voting for Kamala, which would be in our best interest. And if Trump gets his way and stops the regulation on these oil companies and these coal companies who are literally killing the environment, that's genocide for the entire world population. Y'all showed y'all's racism when Black Lives Matter was no longer popular, when you could no longer go to protests and get attention, When you can no longer make videos about black death and black trauma and they go viral because nobody gave a fuck because it's not trending anymore, y'all turn. When black people stood with the Stop Asian Hate bill, y'all blamed us for the crime against Asians. Then said black people were getting preferential treatment and entrance to college and overturned affirmative action. Overall, Asians have the highest entrance rate. If y'all were accepted at the same acceptance rate as black people into Harvard, for example, y'all would make up 80% of Harvard because you apply at 10 times the rate. So all the people talking shit about black people voting for Harris, y'all would be nowhere without the black community supporting y'all. We black people ain't saving ourselves. We trying to save everybody else. As we suffer here in this country and y'all turn on us. And y'all black people voting for Trump because you say that he's more for black people. He had the HBCU black people come up there and gave them money. How much money he give? In the 4 years he was in office, it was $1.6 billion. And for allocation was supposed to be $250 million per year. Now, the Biden administration did overthrow that during COVID, but with the American Relief Act, the Biden administration is giving $16 billion to HBCUs. That Second Chance Act y'all are always talking about with the prison system is called the First Step Act. It lowered the minimum sentence requirement for nonviolent crimes. It did not change the max. And when you go look and pull the data, white people have benefited more from it because white people are associated with powder, that book of sugar, and black people are associated with crack. And white people think that crack is worse than powder. So yeah, the white person may get a lower sentence, but your black ass is getting a higher sentence. That early release program has requirements. They look at your family background to see if they have been in jail. If they have, that counts against you. If you're from the hood, that counts against you. If you're uneducated, that counts against you. If you ain't held down no job, that counts against you. If you have previous violent charges, which statistically black people are more likely to than white people, that counts against you. So that program isn't for you either. White people are benefiting from it more because they qualify and you don't. One of the rules is supposed to be that prisoners are within about 500 miles from their families, not you niggas. So first of all, get the name right. It's not the Second Chance Act, it's the First Step Act. And then go actually look at what's going on with it. Because the same racist judges, racist jury are still the same people that are sentencing you. And you black people talking about, well, I was able to start my business. That had nothing to do with Trump. You black people with these Trump checks. Trump didn't want to give you that shit, and he held up the whole thing because he wanted to put his name on it. He held up getting those checks to American citizens because he wanted to put Donald J. Trump on it. Oh, the taxes, the taxes. We're living under the tax plan of Donald Trump right now. I'm taxed at 24%. A quarter of my income is gone, and I can't point where it's going. You're incorrectly saying that Vice President Harris is a cop, but voting for a felon. Calling Kamala pro-genocide while voting for Donald, who has business ties in Israel. Calling all of us black people pro-genocide when you constantly donate your money freely to companies like Amazon and Google, who set up the military communication cloud technology for the Israeli military. Calling black people pro-genocide while voting for Trump, who wants to give police officers further immunity to commit genocide against us black people. Y'all are some bum-ass individuals who use black people for clout, who use black people for your own agenda. Y'all are racist, have always been racist, and that's why I've been saying we don't have allies. And black people that are voting for Trump, standing with all these people but your own, you're contributing to your own genocide, to your own children's genocide, to your own grandchildren's genocide, to your niece, nephew's genocide, your brother, your sister's genocide, your auntie, your uncles, your cousins' genocide. Disrespectful to your ancestors. To all the people who are now with the we need to come together in class consciousness, y'all have looped right the fuck back around to white supremacy. Y'all care so much about Roe v. Wade being overturned. Y'all did this whole performative bullshit about how we should have listened to black women. But all of a sudden, y'all's ears are closed once again. I'd rather have my reproductive rights taken away than to support Kamala, who supports genocide. Are y'all dumb? Then have the nerve to directly try to call black people stupid for voting for a cop when she's not a cop. And the icing on the cake, to call Kamala Indian instead of black when she presents as black. And if she's half black and not black, how the hell she gonna be half Indian and Indian? Y'all are ignorant. Honestly, I wish I was a man so y'all could suck my 0 out of motherfucking 10. Well, hello there. If you're one of those white Americans that runs around describing your race as a nationality, and you tell me and you get on my motherfucking nerves, you're gonna hear prejudice like you've never heard before. Because I know each and every one of y'all's slurs. Like if you Italian and you come get on my nerves, I'm gonna say, well, it's nice weather today. Wop, 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 wop. Fuck 'em up. Wop, 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 wop. You Irish? All of a sudden, I'm gonna crave some Mickey D's. I love Mickey Mouse. You're German, Russian? I'm gonna ask you if you had any good cabbage lately. I said we bring back the old slurs. There's that good old-fashioned white-on-white racism. Y'all are so different. You Irish gonna let the Italians win? Polish, y'all really gonna let the Russians run over you like that? All of you are better than the other ones. Remember that. The Yugoslavians are taking your jobs.
This is all I got from this video, and shout out to Crystal Black. I mean, she is good. When I say she is good, she is good. If you are not following Crystal Black, you are missing out. So please go follow her, Crystal Black, right? Wait, Crystal Black, Crystal, yeah, Crystal Black. So now, the truth is that our Black people do not have allies. This is not the, I mean, like, I think it's just something we've all agreed to it, that there is nothing like allies for Black people. If you look around, check around, you will also agree with me that Black people have fought literally with everybody. When I say everybody, everybody. One thing I love about them is that when they stand out, they stand out. When they are with you, when they are with you. Then I love this also, when they are not with you, they are not hiding it. They will also let you know that they are not with you. It is not like, that you have to hear it from somewhere. They are that bold. And that is one of the reasons why I love them, right? Now, the reality is that some people have refused to look back, or to think critical. Some people just are in their feelings, some are being very emotional. Like I have said severally, whatever that is going on in any other place, like, the genocide that is happening, it's not good. It's a very bad thing, and there is need for it to stop. And I am going to say, free Congo, free Sudan, and free Haiti, and other countries that are going through genocide, right? Now, Black people really did fight hand in hand with Palestine. I mean, when I said they went all out, Black people did come all out last year to this very moment, right? They spoke, they talked, they did literally did everything. Literally everybody used their platform. Majority use their platform to create awareness, to talk to, not until election started and they said, okay, now it's time for us to, okay, now it's time for us to, focus on the next step for us. Because first of all, there is no place better than home, right? And everybody were all good. They were all fine. White people were great. I mean, they were not fidgeting. They were not crying. They were not scared. When Joe Biden was still there trying to see if he can still come for the next term and all that, They were all good. Not until he said, I am probably not fit for this. I am going to hand it over to the vice president so she can take, so she will be the next president aspirant, right? That was where the hell, went all open, right? It did not go well with a lot of people. Tell me how people left their president to start. I mean, probably denigrating, or yeah, their vice president. So what is it, what your president did not do for you? Is it the vice president that will do it for you? She does not have that power, right? That aside, and all of a sudden it became something that I don't know what to say, but it looks like it is going to be something that will cause a lot of problem. Asians, now I am taking it bit by bit. Asian Americans, Black people fought hand in hand with them over human rights, right? Indigenous people and every other people, right? So how come Asians also woke up one day and said that the affirmative action, it's no longer, that they are not benefiting enough out of it, that it looks like Black people are the ones. There is need for, let's write petitions so they can strike that out. There is no need for it anymore. Let anybody get into school the way they want to get into school. Black people spoke on it and made it known that we are not exempted. If you all tamper with this, it is going to affect us and it will affect you people. White women are the ones that benefit more from this affirmative action. They said, no, we cannot, we will not agree, we are going to do it. They ended up doing it. Did it in a way that their percentage and everything absolutely dropped. Like some of them are screaming, shouting, their parents are even joining. Now they know what they did and how they were used. And they've been using them as pawns all these years, Now they thought Black people were also going to come in and wait on that. Black people said, sit that out. This is not our fight. And sincerely speaking, it got nothing to do with Black people because they are fond of messing around and looking for people to fix their mess up. Not anymore. Now, I understand that we are grown, too grown to tell people who to vote. Like, how can you tell people who to vote and who not to vote for? You don't do that. But are we not supposed to also use our brain to understand that some certain things will affect you in the end? But then the truth is that why, I don't know how to say it, these people are so immune that if anything is happening, they will be the least it will affect. So people that look like me and other people of color, right, will be affected first before it get they will be the last. So how come people that look like me are also not reasoning together and not saying reason why there is need for everybody to come together and look for a way to save ourselves? They think it's Black thing. Black people are always in the middle of everything and all that. Now, I really do hope. I am wishing everybody well, and we are hoping that the election comes out the result is positive. And yeah, I don't know why I'm sweating when the fan is very close to me. I guess it's the light around. But I'm not sweating so much then. So I am really hoping that it's a good day for us I guess from Wednesday or Thursday. I hope the result comes out as soon as possible. Let me see you all in my next video. Bye for now.